The Little Rock Nine was a group of 9 African American students enrolled in Little Rock Central High School in 1957. The students were Ernest Green, Jefferson Thomas, Elizabeth Eckford, Terrence Roberts, Carlotta Walls Lanier, Minnie Jean Brown, Gloria Ray Karlmark, Thelma Mothershed, and Melba Patillo Beals. These brave 9 Arkansas teenagers broke through racial barriers to become the first Black students to attend Little Rock High School, changing history forever. However, not everyone in town was happy to hear the news, and several segregationist councils threatened to hold protests at Central High and physically block the Black students from entering the school. On September 4, 1957, Governor Orville Faubus announced that he would call in the Arkansas National Guard to prevent the African American students' entry to Central High, claiming this action was for the students' own protection. This goes back to the historic Brown v. Board of Education case on May 17, 1954. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that all laws establishing segregated schools were now deemed as unconstitutional. After this favorable decision, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or the NAACP, attempted to register Black students in all white schools that were now desegregated. Virgil Blossom, the superintendent of the Little Rock School District, submitted a plan of gradual integration to the school board on May 24, 1955. The Blossom Plan was approved by the school board and began in September 1957. The purpose of the plan was to slowly ease white people into the idea of integrated schools by slowly introducing it to them. However, the plan was short-lived because it didn't give Black students a choice in which school they wanted to attend, but it let white students opt out of schools that they didn't want to attend because of the Black students. The NAACP did not approve, and after failed negotiations with the school board, the NAACP filed a lawsuit on February 8, 1956. Woodrow Wilson Mann, the mayor of Little Rock at the time, asked President Eisenhower to send federal troops to enforce integration and protect the 9 students from protests. On September 24th, Eisenhower ordered the 101st Airborne Division of the United States Army to Little Rock and federalized the entire 10,000-member Arkansas National Guard, taking it away from the hands of Governor Faubus. Unfortunately, discrimination didn't stop just because the 9 students were admitted to Little Rock Central High School. The 9 had to go through a year of physical and verbal abuse by many white students. Melba Patillo Beals had acid thrown in her eyes and had almost gotten burned when she was in the bathroom because a group of white girls were bullying her by throwing pieces of burned paper into her stall. Minnie Jean Brown was verbally confronted and abused. She was also taunted by a group of white male students. The confrontations had gotten so bad to the point where she had to be suspended for the rest of the school year and transferred to New Lincoln High School in New York City.
The 9 students who were admitted to Little Rock Central High School were not allowed to fight back. The white students only got in trouble if adults had seen them. Led by civil rights pioneer Daisy Bates, these 9 brave Arkansas teenagers broke through racial barriers to become the first Black students to attend Little Rock High School. Daisy Gatlin Bates was the president of the Arkansas NAACP and co-publisher with her husband, L.C. Bates, of the Arkansas State Press, which was an influential African-American newspaper at the time. Daisy Bates continued her work as a civil rights leader. There is now an elementary school named after Daisy Bates. The event of the Little Rock Nine will never be forgotten because there are so many commemorations to recognize and pay tribute to the strength, determination, and the courage displayed by African American high school students in the fall of 1957. Little Rock Central High School is now a National Historic Site that has a Civil Rights Museum to commemorate the events of 1957. 7 of the Little Rock Nine went on the Oprah Winfrey Show and faced the white students who tormented them in 1996. The Little Rock Nine each received the Congressional Medal of Honor in 1998. The Little Rock Nine reunited again at President Obama's inauguration in 2009. On February 9, 2010, Marquette University honored them with the Parade Marquette Discovery Award, the one that had previously been given to Mother Teresa. To this day, Little Rock Nine is remembered for their tremendous bravery. There is now a memorial in their honor in Little Rock, Arkansas, with a plaque for each of the powerful students.